Hello everybody. Thank you for joining me here at Shanna's Sweets. And it's that time of the month again. It's time for my sweet treat. And I hope you will enjoy this month's sweet treat made with Darling Donkeys. It is a celebration stamp set that you can only get through the end of this month. You will earn this stamp set by purchasing anything you want in the catalog for $50, and then you can earn this stamp set for free. Now, my sweet treat you get by just purchasing $25 off my store, and then I will send this to you for free as a gift from me. And it's a card kit for two cards. We do use a label, so if you can use some other card or stamp set if you'd like. If you don't happen to have these cute little donkeys, you can just substitute. But these guys are adorable, and if you're going to spend $50 and get something free, why would you not want these adorable little donkeys? So I'm using Memento and Blackberry Bliss for my inks today, and then I'm using Soft Suede combo. And then on the one donkey, I am using the Blackberry Bliss, just the light colored one, and the light Granny Apple with the color lifter. So let's get going. Let's start with our gray Smoky Slate. And we stamp with Memento because these are alcohol-based markers, and you have to use the ink Memento for that. Now, when stamping this donkey, this is a pretty large circle, but we're going to stamp him like he's kicking up his heels. So he's going to go right over here to the side, like that. Okay. And then there's some little sentiments in here, so you can use It's Your Birthday, or you can use You're the Best, whichever one you like. But I'm always in need of birthday cards, right? So we're going to stamp It's Your Birthday right down here at the bottom. And then you'll have a little piece of Smoky Slate in your kit. And I'm just going to stamp Hee Haw right here at the bottom of my scrap page. Now, real quick with some paper snips, we're going to just trim out, and I'm just going to go right underneath the letters on the curve of the Hee Haw, but I want to go straight like that on that side, okay? And on this one, I'm going to go straight and then around the curve there, and then this one I'm just going to go fairly close to my H. Now, why did I leave all this here? Because I'm going to trim off a little bit right there, but then I'm going to make myself a little banner. So just a little snip and a little snip, and now I have a banner out of that sentiment. Now, this donkey, I took the light Soft Suede, and I just colored him in his whole body. And you can do the brush or the bullet, doesn't really matter. My brush end's getting kind of frayed here. But I made him pretty solid. I didn't do any shading or anything really with this donkey. I'm going to have to go to the bullet for these legs though, because they are kind of little. So here I just went down to the bottom of him. And then I'm going to go the inside of the ear on this guy right here. But then I decided that I wanted to use the dark for the hooves. And the muzzle. And actually that's a little bit of tuft right there, and then the ears. which I'm just doing the top of the ears in the darker color to add some texture. But you know, you do you. You color donkeys. They can be any color. I mean, there's some gray ones, there's some brown ones. You can make it a unicorn donkey and more into a horse. Who cares? Whatever you like. Actually, let's do this little muzzle here too. I forgot his little tail here, so let's just do that little part right there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take just a little bit of glue so I don't lose this little guy here. Put just a smidgen of glue and put that hee-haw right there on my circle so that I don't lose it, and it looks like it's coming out his mouth, right? And then while we have this open, let's just go ahead. I'm going to stick a little mini, which I'm going to trim just a smidgen off of that and stick a mini dimensional right there. But then I'm going to stick a whole bunch of other dimensionals around my circle here. And now that circle's ready to go on our front. And then that is going to be an 8.5 by 5.5 smoky slate. Of course, fold that in half. If you got a bone folder, it makes it nicer. Then we're going to take this 4 by 5.25. This has been ran through, if you can see, through our brick. I'm going to take a little piece of gray granite and we're going to put it across the middle. I got some Scotch tape here. A couple pieces and just fold them over. And then we can put our Stampin' Seal right here pretty generously because we want it to stay down, and that's going to just give us a wonderful little texture. And then we're going to, we have a piece of 1 1/4 by 5, and this is from our Flower and Fields celebration paper that you can also earn for $50 order. So if you had a $100 order, you could get both this paper and the stamp set. But in this kit, you'll get this automatically. So, but it is pretty paper. So this one is 1 inch by 4 inches of the flowers, and I'm layering it on top of that. And then my circle is going to go right here, and I want a little bit of this so that I can tie my bow. So, and that's why I want to leave a little bit of a gap there, because we're going to have a nice little bow right here. On the side. So just kind of poof that a little bit, trim our ribbon. And you can always, sometimes I have to add a little dot here just to make sure that my ribbon will stay where I want it. I'm going to tuck it a little bit here so that way it'll stay down, right? May need one for the other side too. And let that one flap a little. So, card number 1. Let's move on to card number 2. Now, in the package for card number 2, you'll see your little dots are taped to a piece of Whisper, well, it's basic white paper. That's so they don't get lost. So this one here, I'm using the long donkey. So So again, we're just going to ink him up, and this is one of the hippo dies. And I'm going to stamp him right in the middle of that label, like that. This one I did do a little bit more shading type of stuff. So let's start. I'm going to start with my dark, and I did the dark for the hooves again. And gotta be careful of the muzzle this time because his mouth is open, right? And let's see here, let's do his little sprig of hair, mane there. And his tail. Okay, so go ahead, while we're just doing little spaces, we'll do the flower and the alright, so here I'm going to use the light color and the color lifter. Okay, so and unfortunately my brush end's not very good, so I'm going to go ahead and come up from the bottom on the legs, solid, and then take a little bit of my color lifter, pick up some color, and do the rest of the leg so that it's a little bit lighter in the middle. So pick up the color and then pull it up from the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to do that on the bottom of the legs. And then here I'm going to go ahead and start from the muzzle, go out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and do the top of the ear because I want that more solid. And I'm going to go down from the neck and in from the sides because these are the spots that I expect to be a little bit darker under the chin. And I'm kind of trying to feather it. It's a little bit harder when you're doing the bullet to feather, but and here then I can take again the color lifter and pull that out from where I was at. So then my middle is going to be a lot lighter, okay? And I like the lines because that gives me some texture, like the fur. So I'm not trying to blend it in real well because I want the lines of the marker to act as texture for my and of course it's going to be darker when you first put it down when you do this, so and then get lighter. So I'm going to pull that and then pull it out. So as you can see, I got, if you don't think it's too dark, like right there's a little bit dark, if you use that color lifter in the middle, it'll lighten it some. So there we go. Now our donkey's colored. And if you still have like ink on your color lifter, just run it on the, and it'll take that off. It'll clean it up. See, See how it cleans that up right there. All right, so let's put this card together. We're going to use Whisper White, well, excuse me, Basic White. We had to switch companies, so it's now Basic White. And this is going to go horizontal, so we're going to put the Blackberry Bliss 4 by 5 1/4. And it's going to go down on the front. And then you're going to put this 3 by 3 ombre. This is from the So Ombre paper, which is also one of the celebration items. You only have one more month, and this is going to go in the top right hand or left hand corner, excuse me. Then we have this one, which is 2 1/4, the white, by 5, and it is going to go towards the bottom. And then some of the ombre paper, this is straight Blackberry Bliss, and I want to put the lighter shade, so this side's lighter, it's going to go on this side, okay? So that way our sentiment, which is going to be "Hey friend," can be stamped. So I'm not going to put anything there. I'm going to take some Blackberry ink and then just stamp that right here in the corner like that. Then our label here, we'll get dimensionals. Feel like I need to put one more down there. And our donkey is going to go on the left hand side. Then I'm just going to pull the tape up on my opals here. One of them stuck, but that's okay because we're just going to take it, and I'm just going to, so the other one I put them across the top. I feel like doing it a little bit different here, so maybe we'll put these guys like that this time. All right, there you go. So see, I changed it up a little bit there for that one. And then I have these. So there we go. Those are my Sweet Treat cards for this month. If you have any questions about my Sweet Treat Rewards program, please feel free to message me and I'll be glad to explain it to you. Otherwise, keep watching for a great month and take advantage of celebration while you can. Talk to you later. Bye.